Hi dear students, how was your exam? So now we are discussing the analysis of GATE 2025 Civil Engineering afternoon session. So all these discussions are based upon the feedback given by our students based on their memory. So most of the questions whatever we are discussing here may not be the true as per the question paper, but based upon the memory we are discussing here. Once the response sheet comes into the picture, we will go for the actual picture of the question paper and actual key and actual solutions. We will discuss it in clear later on. So this is all based upon the memory. So based upon the memory, this is the data, whatever we got it. Numerical answer questions we got it 22, multiple choice questions are higher 25, multiple select questions are 18. So from morning session to afternoon session, multiple select questions have been increased. And at the same time, multiple choice questions are 25. So negative marking plays important role even in this paper. Coming to the breakup of various subjects, as usual, it's as usual, nothing new here. The geotechnical engineering is having highest weightage, 6 2 marks questions as per memory, 6 2 marks questions, 4 1 mark question. So 16 to 2, 12 plus 4, 16 marks is almost equivalent to that of morning session paper. Next, coming to the environmental engineering, 4 2 marks and 3 1 mark questions. And then comes to the transportation, 3 2 marks and 3 1 mark questions, and the rest of the things are as usual. So coming to the afternoon session, we'll just discuss the transportation first and then we'll go to the other things. The limited data is available as most of the people, most of the toppers are in celebrations. And look at this question. This is from geometric design of runway, airport engineering. After applying the correction for elevation and temperature, actually we need to first do the elevation correction and then go for the temperature correction and then come to gradient correction as for FAA. So after elevation and temperature correction, length of runway is 700 meter. The corrected length of runway for an effective gradient of 1% is. So it is a direct question. What FAA says is, for 1% effective gradient, there is 20% increase in length of the runway. So the final length of runway will be the length after correction of elevation and temperature, that is 700. You need to increase this 700 by 20%. So 100% plus 20% extra, I am multiplying with 1.2. 700 into 1.2 is 840 meter. Option A, straightforward multiple choice question. So in the morning session there was a question on railway, in the afternoon session there is a question in airport. Generally this is a common trend. Now coming to the next question, on a 2-lane highway, number of lanes are 2. On a 2-lane highway, horizontal curve of radius 300 meter is given to us, provided with a design speed of 80 kmph, capital V is 80 kmph. The longest wheelbase is given as 7 meter. Then the extra widening required on 2-lane runway, 2-lane highway. So extra widening comprising of mechanical widening plus psychological widening. Mechanical widening is NL square by 2R. Psychological widening for 2-lane road is V by 9.5 root R. This V by 9.5 root R is for 2-lane road. After substituting the data, the final answer is 0.65 meter. All the data is given in the question. So just substitute. Is a substitution type of straightforward question from geometric design of roads. Next, this is a memory oriented question, 1 mark question. The recommended minimum traffic growth and the design period of flexible payment for a national highway. Flexible payment national highway design life is 20 years. So you have options of A and B with the design speed, but the minimum traffic growth is 5%. As per IRC, design rate of traffic growth is 7.5%, subjected to a minimum value of 5% as per IRC 37, the latest IRC. So answer is directly option A. Now coming to the next question, the point where the road alignment changes from a tangent to a curve. The point where you enter from a tangent to a curve is called point of curve. The point where you again enter back from curve to the tangent is point of tangent or point of tangency. So here also answer is option A. Next, coming to the question on traffic engineering. The free flow speed of a highway is nothing but maximum speed of a highway is 100 kmph, and its capacity Qmax is 4000 vehicle per hour. Assume speed density relation is linear, it is a green shield relation for a traffic volume of 2000. For some traffic volume less than its capacity, what is the possible speed in kmph? It is a multiple select question. Multiple select question. More than one option may be there. Definitely two options will be there here. Now, for linear speed density relation, maximum flow is equal to maximum speed by 2 into maximum density by 2. Qmax is given as 4000. The free flow speed is given as 100 kmph, and jam density or maximum density is km. You can calculate km from this relation. So the km value or jam density value is given by 160 vehicle per kilometer. Now they are asking you for a Q value of 2000, what is the possible speed? If you take speed density relation, so density here, speed here, is a linear speed density relation. The maximum density is given by 160 here, and maximum speed is given by 100 here. We will take some intermediate value of intermediate point here with speed V and density K. We will take a relation between V and K from the similar triangles. So 100 by 160 from big triangle is equal to, from this small triangle, V by 160 minus K, I will take it. So from this, they are asking you speed. Now we will calculate K. K can be taken equal to, we will simplify the K. K can be taken after simplification 160 minus 16 by 10 V. So this is a relation between K and V. Now for a common condition of Q is equal to KV, Q is given as how much? For a Q of 2000, I will keep K in place of K. You can substitute this value. You can substitute this value. So it is a quadratic equation because here there is V and there is another V. If you want to solve this, it takes time. So better go for the back substitution method. First, what do you do is substitute 14.64 as V here in this equation. If it is satisfying, that means this value is equal to 2000, then that will be the correct option. Actually, if you substitute 14.64, this value becomes equal to 2000. So this is a option, right option. Even if you substitute 85.36 in place of V, it's giving you 2000 again. So this is also a right option. Obviously, this is wrong, this is also wrong. So in this multiple select question, the answers are both A and B. Is an indirect method of solving our quadratic equation. As this is a multiple select question, we can do it like this. Even in multiple choice question also, I can do it like this. In numerical answer question, we can't do it. Now coming to this question, it is a match the following type of question. In list 1, some parameters are given, list 2, some other parameters are given. We need to match them with the options, but that options are missing here. Just to look at the left side list 1, vehicle damage factor, generally we use it in the design of flexible payment. In the design of flexible payment, we use vehicle damage factor. Passenger car unit, we'll just check it up. Perception reaction time, we generally use it in the stopping side distance. California bearing ratio, CBR, is a parameter representing stability of subgrade soil. Then remaining is passenger car unit, we generally use it in the calculation of traffic volume. Maximum traffic volume is capacity, so indirectly passenger car unit is used in calculation of capacity of roadway. Next, coming to the question here, this is strength of material question. The figure shows a propped cantilever with uniform flexural rigidity and subjected to a moment M. Consider force and displacement in the upward direction as positive. Find upward reaction at the propped support B. At propped support B, what is the reaction they are asking you? So here there is a downward deflection. Reaction here, prop reaction here will be RB here. We can use the superposition principle. Take the cantilever with the downward deflection due to the moment. Cantilever, because of the moment, the downward deflection can be, this delta will be ml square by 2ei. This is known to you, is a standard case. Because of RB, the upward deflection can be, because of point load RB, there may be upward deflection. That upward deflection will be RB L cube by 3I. So total downward deflection is equal to upward deflection, and this delta is a yield here. So we'll equate like that. So total downward deflection is equal to ml square by 2ei. Total upward deflection is RBL cube by 3i and delta. They are asking you to find out what is RB. So EI gets cancelled, EI gets cancelled. RB they are asking you. RB is equal to ml square by 2 minus delta, and then 2 by L square. So what may be the answer? 3. Okay. 3m by this is 2 only. This is 3. L cube. This is delta. Delta EI. So simplify, what may be the right option? Three m by, is it right?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
Yes. Okay, okay. RB is upward direction. So these are the questions as per the data available. Next, Professor Bari will take up the fluid mechanics.
Let us take questions from Fluid Mechanics 1. The question is saying, two pipes A and B made of same material, having same Darcy friction factor of 0.01 are connected in series. So the connection we are having is on series. The diameter of pipe A is 2 meter and that of pipe B is 1 meter. The length of A is 100 meter and that of B is 200 meter. Find the ratio of head loss in B to that in A. Now since we are having pipes in series connection, the discharge in both the pipes is supposed to be same. So we can say straight away QA has to be equal to QB over here. Now we want the ratio of head loss. Let us first of all look at the formula for head loss by Darcy equation. Head loss over here is equal to 1 by 12.1 FLQ square by D power 5. Now we realize over here 12.1 is a constant friction factor for both the pipes is same and discharge by the virtue of series connection is supposed to be same. So I can say over here head loss major is proportional purely to L upon D power 5. So from here I can say head loss in pipe A to that in pipe B is supposed to be equal to, he's asking regarding B to A, excuse me. If I look for head loss in B to head loss in A, it is supposed to be equal to how much? It is supposed to be equal to length of pipe B upon length of pipe A multiplied to diameter A by diameter B whole power 5. Now length B, you can see over here, length B is equal to how much? It is equal to 200 meter, length A is equal to 100 meter, the ratio of which is going to be equal to 2 times. Diameter of A is given as 2 meter, diameter of B is given as 1 meter, again the ratio of diameter A to B is again 2 power 5. 2 power 5 is 32 times 2 is equal to 64. So the ratio of head losses in B to A is 64 over here. Other questions also have appeared in the subject, but we are not having the data regarding those questions. So I will only take this question right now. I request Pawan sir to take over from here. Thank you.
Now let's see the questions from geotechnical engineering. So you see, the most suitable test for measuring the permeability of a clay soil. So actually for clay soil, the test is the consolidation test is best suitable. But from the given options, we have to consider the clay soil as a fine-grained soil, and the best suited answer is falling head test, option A. Next, for a partially saturated soil, at a construction site, the water content is given as 15%. So let's take this as a W1, 15%. And degree of saturation is 67%. So this is nothing but SR1. And void ratio is given as 0.6. Specific gravity G is given as 2.67. Now, considered unit weight of the water, gamma W, 9.81. The given volume of the soil, this is nothing but V, 5 meter cube. Now, what is the weight of water required to fully saturate? Actually, this is not weight, this is the additional weight of the water required. So, now, what is the additional weight of water required to fully saturate? Given the soil is partially saturated, right? First of all, we need to find out what is the water content at which soil is fully saturated. So, up to full saturation, there is no change in volume. Again, if you recollect the Sevag, E into SR is equals to W into G. Right. So the G value is clearly given as how much? 2.67. Now till full saturation, as there is no change in volume, there is no change in void ratio, we can write W is proportional to whom? SR. Right. So to full saturation, so now W2 by W1 is equals to SR2 by SR1. We know SR1, we know W1, and now we can find out the W2 is equals to SR2 is nothing but 100 by SR1 67 into W1, which is nothing but 15%. So if you substitute, you will get a value as 22.39%. So this is the moisture content at full saturation, but they are not asking about the moisture content, they are asking about the weight of water added extra. So how to find out the weight of water added extra, which is nothing but difference in the water content, W2 minus W1 into weight of the solids. But we don't have the weight of the solids. We can write that weight of the solids as W2 minus W1 into gamma D into V. So we know initial water content and we know water content at full saturation, but we need to find out the gamma D. So again, one more calculation. How to find out the gamma D? Gamma D is equals to G gamma W by 1 plus C. So we have all the data. The G value is given as 2.67. Gamma W 9.81 by 1 plus what is void ratio given 0.6. So upon solving, the gamma D value comes as 16.43 kilonewton per meter cube. Now let's substitute all. So whatever the weight of water added, let me take it as W dash is equals to, so 0.2239 minus initial water content is 15%, 0.15 into gamma D 16.43 into the volume is given as 5. So after solving, this will come as 6.07 kilonewtons. Now if you see, the nearest answer is option B, 6. So there are multiple calculations that are present in this question. Now let's see the next question. A circular plate of 1 meter diameter, so the diameter is given as 1 meter, is tested on the surface of a cohesionless soil. So now when it is a cohesionless soil, obviously C value is equals to 0, which means cohesion effect is gone. With the unit weight of 16.66 is given. If the ultimate bearing capacity obtained is 1500 kilopascal, then what is the bearing capacity? So this is surface. When I say surface, the D value is also going to be 0. You know, in ultimate bearing capacity, there are 3 effects: cohesion effect, surcharge effect, and width effect. As it's a cohesionless, cohesion is going to be gone, and surface, surcharge effect is also going to be gone. So the only effect is width effect, right? So the ultimate bearing capacity is equals to only width effect. And as it is a circular plate, that's going to be 0.3 gamma B N gamma. So this is not NC, that's N gamma. Now substitute over here, 1500 is equals to 0.3 into gamma is given as 16.66 into, what is the B? B is nothing but diameter over here. So let's take that as B, 1 into N gamma. You solve it, you will be getting the N gamma value as 300. So that's the answer for this question. Next, which of the following statements is/are are incorrect? This is a MSQ level type. So they're not asking about the correct statements, they're asking about the incorrect statements. The effective stress in a liquefaction or liquefied soil is almost 0. Yes, that's a correct statement, but we want incorrect. So we have to cancel down. Now, as a depth of the groundwater table from the, or let's say, this is a correct statement. So this is a correct statement. As the depth of the groundwater table from the ground surface increases, the effective stress in the soil decreases. No. When the groundwater table depth keep on decreases, the effective stress will keep on increases because the contact between the particles will keep on increases. So this is incorrect. The earth pressure at any point in the soil under all conditions is always smaller than the vertical effective stress. No. In the case of the active state, lateral earth pressure is less than the vertical. But in passive state, lateral earth pressure is more. So it is not always. Again, this is incorrect statement. Bulking of moist sand due to capillarity. Yes, bulking of sand is due to capillarity action at low moisture content. So this is a correct statement. What are the incorrect statements over here are B and C. Now, so these are the some of the data, and we already got some other data. 2 more questions. So the data I'll dictate over here. So this question, a 6 meter thick clay stratum. So given the data is thickness of the clay strata is 6 meters with a drainage on both the top and bottom. So that's a double drainage, which means drainage path D is equals to H by 2, which is nothing but 3 meters. It took 2 years to undergo 50% consolidation. So to undergo degree of consolidation of 50%, the time taken was 2 years. And apart from this, the additional data we got is the coefficient of volumetric compressibility, MV, is given as 1.51 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meter square per kilonewton. So the coefficient of permeability. Now, to find out the coefficient of permeability, we need to find out the CV. And what is the relation between the CV and all these things is TV. So the time factor TV is equals to CV into T by D square. If I can find out CV, I can find out the permeability. But how to find out the TV? We know the degree of consolidation. As the degree of consolidation is less than 60%, I can write TV as pi by 4 U square is equals to CV into T by D square. So pi by 4 into 0.5 square is equals to CV into time is 2 by 3 square. You will find out that CV, the CV value comes as 0.8835, and this units will be like meter square by year because the time is in terms of years, right? Now once we know this, then we have to find out the quotient of permeability. How? So CV is equals to K by MV into gamma W, where K is equals to CV into MV into gamma W. We don't need to change any units because the time is in terms of years. The final solution is also will comes in terms of meter per year. So the CV value obtained 0.8835 into MV, 1.51 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 9.81. Upon calculation, you will end up with an answer of 0.0131 meter per year. That's how you have to find out the quotient of permeability. So one more question from Geotech. Now, yeah. So this question is about finding the factor of safety against piping. So it was given as, the data goes as, so the total head loss is given as 9 meters with the number of potential drops as 10 meters. And the unit weight, the saturated unit weight of the soil is given as 21 kilonewton per meter cube. Whereas the exit flow field has a length of delta L exit is mentioned as 1 meter. So what would be the factor of safety against piping? To find out the factor of safety against piping, F is equals to IC by I exit. So we need to find out IC. What is IC? Gamma dash by gamma W. So gamma Z is given 21 minus gamma W 9.81 by 9.81. If we solve, the IC will be getting as 1.14. Similarly, to find out the I exit, we need to find out the delta H. How to find out the delta H? Each drop is equals to total head loss by number of drops. 9 by 10, which is 0.9. So the exit gradient goes as delta H by delta exit, which is nothing but 0.9 by 1. So the answer comes as 0.9. Now, once we know this, the factor of safety is IC by I exit, which is 1.14 by 0.9. So that final answer will become as 1.14. 2, 6, 7. So that's about the geotechnical engineering, and we got around 6 to 7 questions. So the remaining questions we'll be getting once we get the final sheet, final response sheet. Okay. So now let's see the questions of open channel flow. Yeah. So now a hydraulic jump occurs in an open channel flow when the slope of the channel changes from. So to occur the hydraulic jump, flow has to go from the supercritical flow to subcritical flow. And when does it is a super, when does it is sub? Whenever the depth is below the critical, that is a supercritical. Whenever the depth is above the critical, that is going to be the subcritical, right? So in the given options, whenever for the hydraulic jump to happen, the simple condition is always flow has to go from higher slope to lower slope. So if you take the steep slope to the mild slope, steep and this is the mild. In both the cases, the critical line is going to be same. This is known as CDL. But whereas in the case of the steep, the NDL lies below the CDL, whereas in mild, the NDL lies above the CDL. So now in this case, what happens is the flow always takes place from NDL to NDL. So simply the flow will enter into the mild, and from here onwards M3 profile, and then there is a hydraulic jump. So for the hydraulic jump to happen, always flow has to go from super to sub. From the given options, that's going to be steep to mild. The correct answer is option D. Next, you see this question, this is just a data. The data goes as in a wide rectangular channel, having a wide rectangular channel is carrying a uniform flow at a depth as 1 meter with a bed slope as 0.00001, and Manning's roughness quotient is given as 0.02. Then what would be the YC? So how to find out YC? As it is a rectangle, YC is equals to Q square by G whole to the power of 1 by 3. But in order to find out that, you need to find out the Q value. So how to find out the Q value? And in the case of the wide rectangle, by applying the Manning's equation, we'll be getting that equation as yn whole to the power of 10 by 3 is equals to Q square n square by S naught. So directly I can get down the Q square over here, right? So that Q square is equals to S naught into yn power 10 by 3 by n square, right? So the S naught is given as 0.0001, and the normal depth of the flow is given as 1 power 10 by 3 by n square, which is nothing but 0.02 square. So you will get down the Q square value as 0.25, the Q square value. I'm directly giving you Q square value. So now how to find out the YC? Simply substitute this Q square value, then YC would be like 0.25 by 9.81 whole to the power of 1 by 3. The answer will be 0.29 meters. That's how we have to find out the critical depth, and that's about the questions from geotechnical engineering and open channel flow. Next, structure analysis will be taken care by Mr. Mallikarjun.
Now we'll see the structure analysis subject questions. Right. So this is a question from trusses. So you're asking what is the zero force members in the given truss. This is the multi-selected question actually. Okay, right. We can use the shortcut directly. First, check the options. Member BC, yes. Okay. Next, FI. So this is the member FI. Then JK. This is a member JK, and EG. So member EG. So we have to find the forces only these 4 members. Okay. So first, we'll discuss how to find the force in member BC. Students, at a joint C, number of members are 3. Out of 3, these 2 are collinear, then force in third member is 0, right? This is a shortcut, right? Okay, so A is correct. Next, Fi. So how to find the force in member Fi? Right, so we'll try shortcut at a joint F, at a joint I. First, we'll try at a joint F. How many number of members are meeting at joint F? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So more than 3 members are meeting, so shortcut is not possible at a joint F. But students, force in member Fi and IF both are same only, right? Now we'll try shortcut at a joint I. So at joint I, number of members are meeting more than 3, right? So at joint I also, shortcut is not possible. So if shortcut is not possible, then we have to prefer method of section. So how to find the force in member Fi? Just consider section like this. Okay, so we need force in this member, right? Then students, this is a wanted member. Anyway, force in these 2 members are 0. Yes or no? This is a second shortcut, right? At a joint H, number of members are 2. Out of these 2 are different line, right? Then force in both the members you will get 0 only. Okay, right. Then how to find the force in this member? Just this member is meeting at a joint G, and this member also meeting at a joint G. Just simply by taking moment about joint G, we'll get the force in this member Fi. It means force in member Fi is not 0. You will get some value. Okay, right. Then next, JK. This is a member JK, right? Now first we'll apply shortcut. At a joint K, number of members are 3. Out of 3, these 2 are collinear. Then force in third member is 0. Then C also correct. Next, EG. So this is a member EG, right? So shortcut, is it possible at joint E? Number of members are meeting more than 3, not possible. At a G also, more than 3, not possible. Then method of section. Okay, again same, cut the section like this. We have to find the force in this member, right? Then this unwanted members are meeting at joint F. Then taking moment about joint F. Okay, taking moment about joint F, then we can find the force in member EG. So force in member EG is not 0. Then only 2 options are correct, that is A and C, subjected to 0 forces. Right. Next question. So for this question, this is a diagram given. He is asking you to draw ILD for member GI. Okay, ILD for axial force for member GI. So students, if you follow the procedure, it will take more time, right? So directly I'll use the shortcut here. Okay, right. So first, we have to find the force in member GI. Cut the section like this. Cut the structure. Okay, we have to find the force in this member. Then remaining cut members are, these are the remaining cut members, right? Okay, so this member is meeting at joint E, this member is meeting at joint E, and this member also meeting at joint E. So all the unwanted members are meeting at joint E. Okay, then wanted member, is it meeting at joint E? No. So movement about joint E is possible, right? Students, I given shortcut. If moment equilibrium equation is possible, happily you can use the shortcut, right? Okay, then bottom horizontal members always subjected to tension, top horizontal members always subjected to compression. So we have to draw ILD for member GI. This is a bottom member, right? So bottom member is pure tension member. It means we have to draw ILD towards tension side. Okay, right. Anyway, at the ordinates always 0 only at the supports. Okay, at the supports ILD ordinates always 0. All the unwanted members are meeting at joint E, right? Now at joint E only we'll get the maximum ordinate like this. Okay, so this is ILD for axial force for member GI. Then if you want to find the ordinate, this one, I given shortcut m by h value. Okay, what is m? AB by L into h. Okay, so A is this distance, right? Okay, the students, total span is given 36 meter. It means this is 6 meter, 6 meter, each span is 6 meter. Okay, then here A is equals to 12 meter. Okay, then what is B? So total span is 36, right? Then this is 24. So total span is 36. What is the h here? H equals to 6 meter. If you solve this, you will get 1.33. Okay, now this is the question. Right. So these are the two questions from structural analysis subject. Okay, now we'll see the design of steel structure. So from steel structure, only one question given from welding connection. Right, given a circular tube. Right, a circular tube, just I'll draw the top view. So this is the circular tube connected to a plate, rigid plate. This is the top view. Right, so what is given? Diameter is given, this dia is given 250 mm. Okay, and a flat fat, then 5 mm fillet weld, size is given 5 mm along its circumference. Assume Fe 410 grade. For Fe 410 grade, ultimate Fu is 410 Newton per mm square, and given sharp weld. For sharp weld, it is 1.25, right? Partial safety factor. Okay, and as per IS 800 2007, torque that can be resisted by the weld. Right, students, this is the torque T. Okay, so torsion equals to force into perpendicular distance, right? Now this is the force P, and this is the perpendicular distance, this is d by 2, right? Okay, so torsion equals to force into perpendicular distance. So we have to find the P. For safety, always P less than or equals to PdW, right? For safety of welded connection. What is the PdW formula? PdW equals to LW TT Fi divided by root 3 gamma MW, right? Okay, so what is the length of weld? This is the circumference, right? Then this is pi d. Okay, so what is the diameter is given in the question? It is 250 mm. Then what is the effective throat thickness formula? K into S. So this is a fillet weld, always 90 degrees, right? There is 0.7 into 5. Okay, so this is 0.7 into 5. Then Fe is given 410 and this is given 1.25. Okay, so from this you will get the PdW. So from here P equals to PdW you will get. Then substitute here. Okay, then you will get the torsion. So you will get the torsion 65.06 you will get. Okay, then option B is correct. So this is the one question given in design of steel structure. Okay, so I'll invite next faculty.
friends, welcome to the evening session, Engineering Hydrology. A 3-hour rainfall has rainfall depth 6.6 centimeter. P value, see the P value 6.6 centimeter, phi index 0.2, R is equal to P minus phi D, 6.6 minus phi index is 0.2, it's a 3-hour rainfall. So 6.6 minus 0.6, 6 centimeter. We want the peak discharge of the 3-hour unit hydrograph. Q peak of unit hydrograph is equal to Q peak of flood hydrograph minus base flow. This will be Q peak of DRH divided by R value. Flood hydrograph has a peak discharge 180. Base flow is given. Base flow is missing here. Base flow is 30 meter cube per second. 180 minus 30. Effective runoff depth 6 centimeter. 150 by 6. You will get 25 meter cube per second. It's a straight application of hydrographs chapter in engineering hydrology. This question answer is 25. Second question is the question from groundwater hydrology. For a confined aquifer, is asking the discharge. All the data is given. Depth 20 meters. K value is given 2 into 10 power minus 6. Drawdown at well is SW is 1 meter. Radius of the influence is 300 meters. Radius of the well is 30 centimeter. What is the discharge from the aquifer? Discharge from the confined aquifer is given by 2 pi T SW by log of capital R by RW. Take the consistency of the units in the problem. 2 pi into, you know the coefficient of transmissibility, the product of K value and B value. 2 into 10 power minus 6 into 20 into SW value 1 meter divided by log of R value 300 meters. Radius of the well 30 centimeter. 30 into 10 power minus 2. If we simplify, 30 will give 10 times. This will be 1000. Log 1000, 4 pi. 4 pi into 20, 80 pi. Into 10 power minus 6 by log of 1000. 1000 is log 10 power 3. 80 pi into 10 power minus 6 by 3 log 10. Log 10 value everyone knows 2.303. So many meter cube per second. You can simplify the value. These are the 2 questions available so far. Remaining questions, once they come, we can get them answered. Good luck to you. I hope you fared well. Good luck to all of you.
coming to mathematics, till now we received 6 questions. One by one we will discuss. Order and degree of this differential equation. Okay, what is the highest derivative involved here? Highest derivative is 3, higher order derivative is the third order. So, what is order? Order 3. What is the power of the higher order derivative? Highest power of the higher order derivative is 1. So, degree 1. Here there are no radicals and fractions. So, directly order 3 and degree 1 for this question. Now, coming to the second question. Okay, generally one of the eigenvalues, actually we have not received the question clearly, but based on the data, maybe both eigenvalues or one of the eigenvalues may require here. So, what is characteristic equation? CH equation is nothing but for 2 by 2 matrix lambda square minus trace of A. What is trace? Lambda plus minus plus determinant. What is determinant? That is 12 minus 32. Is it right or not? That is 12 minus 32 is equal to 0. So, what it is? Lambda square minus 8 lambda minus 20 is equal to 0. If you solve it, lambda is equal to 10 comma minus 2 will get. Is it? 10 comma minus 2. So, one of the eigenvalue means maybe either 10 or minus 2 or both eigenvalues means once if you receive the question exactly, okay, based on that you write the answer. Generally answer is like that. Now, coming to here also, maybe the question may be maximum or minimum value, here it is. So, exact information we do not know, maybe either maximum value or minimum value. But for this I will take it as f of x is nothing but x cube minus 15 by 2 x square plus 18x, sorry, plus 20 is equal to 0, sorry, plus 20, not 0. Okay, this is f of x. Now, what is this first derivative? F dash of x is nothing but 3x square minus 15x plus 18. What is this second derivative? 6x minus 15. Okay, so put f dash of x is equal to 0 for stationary points. That implies what it is? X square minus 5x plus 6 or not? That is x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So, what are the values of x? X is equal to 2 comma 3. Substitute what second derivative of f at 2? Second derivative of f at 2 is nothing but minus 3 less than 0. Second derivative of f at 3, that is nothing but 3 greater than 0. Second derivative less than 0 means 2 gives the 2 is the point of minima, local point of, sorry, less than 0 means 2 is the local point of maxima, and second derivative at 3 greater than 0. Greater than 0 means x is equal to 3 is a local point of, see, greater than 0 means local point of minima, less than 0 means local point of maxima. Second derivative at 2 less than 0. So, this is local point of maxima. Second derivative at 3 greater than 0 means this is local point of minima. If they ask inputs, 2 and 3 are the answers. See, at 2 it gives the maximum value, at 3 it gives the minimum value. Suppose if they ask outputs, substitute 2 and 3 in original function f of x. F of 2 and f of 3 gives the value. Okay. Once you receive the exact question, we will publish that answer too. Okay. Right. Now coming to the next question. So it is very simple differential equation, variable separable form. dy by dx is nothing but e power x into e power minus y. So what it is? E power x dx is equal to e power y dy. So if I integrate both sides, e power x is equal to e power y plus c. Okay, here options are not given. Based on the data, this is the final answer. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Volume vector V given. Okay, one vector is given. Divergence of curl f bar. This is a standard vector identity. Divergence of curl f bar. Suppose if f bar is a vector function, that is 0. So answer is 0. Direct answer. Okay. Coming to the next question, it is directly integration of log x, direct formula is there, or else you can apply integration by parts also. Integration of, you can write it as log x into 1 dx. So you can take log x as a first function into integration of second function. minus integration of derivative of first function into integration of second function dx. So what it is? Log x into x minus integration of 1 dx. That is nothing but log x into x minus x plus integrating constant. Actually, is it the original question or not, we don't know. See, based on the given data, maybe along with log x some other function also may be there. Okay. So these are the questions we received till now. Okay, once after receiving all the questions, we will publish that solutions too. Next.
Audible? Start. Very good evening, students. Now we are going to cover surveying, right? In surveying, we have received only 2 questions. Both questions are quite simple, right? So let us see the first question, probably from the very first chapter. So here, this map was drawn to the scale of 1/40, right? And the measured length was 648. But later, they found out the original scale, right? Sorry, the scale which the map was made is only 1/20, right? So what should be the correct length of the line? See, I hope you people remember the shortcut. Just correct into correct. This should be equals to wrong into wrong, right? So correct length into correct RF or correct scale should be equals to wrong length into wrong RF. As simple as that. So here, corrected value we have to find out. This is what we have to find out. And what should be the correct scale? 1/40. But what is the mistake he has done? He has taken the scale wrong. Instead of 1/40, he has taken 1/20. So the wrong scale is 1/20, right? And what is the wrong length which he has got? Obviously wrong scale he has taken, so he has got the wrong length value, which is 468. So same equation we are going to use. Corrected length will be nothing but wrong length, which is 468, into wrong scale divided by corrected scale, right? So you just do the simple math, you will be getting 468 into 2 as your answer. So that will be the length. If you want area, just instead of this will become square of this value, right? So quite easy. Now let us go to the next question. Again, very basic question. So here from compass, so you can see that a triangle is drawn, you can say. From point A, what is the forebearing value? 60 degrees. Towards B, the forebearing value, this is the value, right? This is 60 degrees. Okay. And okay, to be precise, this should be N 60 degrees E. And back bearing is 122 degrees. Sorry, forebearing of BC is 122 degrees. So towards C, it is 122 degrees. What is he asking? He is asking what is this angle? ये क्या रहेगा? So quite simple. I want the interior angle of B. How to get it? That will be nothing but back bearing of BA minus, okay, I want this angle. back bearing minus forebearing of BC. Right. So what is back bearing of BA? You can clearly see the forebearing of AB is 60 degrees and it is less than 180 degrees. As it is less than 180 degrees, back bearing will be forebearing plus 180, right, minus forebearing of BC, which is 122 degrees. So this will be 60 plus 180 minus 122. So whatever value you have got, 240 minus 122, which is 118 degrees, this should be the angle. So the value of x or interior angle of B is 118 degrees. So these are the two questions which were received, quite easy. Now we'll go to the next subject, which is environment. Okay. So now coming to environment, the paper was relatively easy, but we have received so far hardly 5 or 6 questions. Maybe 1-2 questions are missing, which we have not received the data. We will discuss it once a detailed question paper is released. But for now, let us see this question. Which method is not used for treating highly organic waste? Definitely, this should be an MSQ question. Hardly for 1 mark. Okay, hardly for 1 mark I am guessing. So, obviously, highly organic waste. So, we are not going to waste this, right? So, we can make a very good compost using it, or we can do anaerobic decomposition, and in anaerobic decomposition I can get methane, I can produce electricity. So these two are the methods which we will be using, but question kya hai? Not used. So what should be the answer? Biohydrogenation and open dumping, right? So quite easy question. Now coming to the next question, which bacteria mainly responsible for crown corrosion? Sir, microbiology sir, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, simple question. See, there is a sewer, crown corrosion is happening. Crown corrosion कब होगा? When solids due to lack of self-cleaning velocity are settling in your sewer itself, right? And they are getting decomposed. Aerobic condition or anaerobic condition? Anaerobic condition. So there are some anaerobic bacteria. And what are the gases which you are releasing in anaerobic decomposition? Hydrogen sulfide and methane. Methane से हमें कोई problem नहीं है. Problem is with hydrogen sulfide, right? So first of all, there is anaerobic decomposition, and what is getting formed? Methane. That means methane related bacteria is there. Methanogenic bacteria, right? So this is definitely one of the correct answer, and again this is an MSQ question, probably for 2 marks. Methanogenic bacteria, right answer. Next, here we have H2S, and this is the culprit, na? This is decomposing our sewer. So H2S is going, it will react with calcium which is present in cement, right? And it will convert, and it will convert it into powder form, and it is going to fall down. So remember, definitely sulfur reducing bacteria should also be acting there. So both are the right answer, option A and option C. Very simple question. Now coming to this question, a very clear question, probably everyone might have done this correct, because we have solved so many questions based on this format, right? We have direct formulas also, but if you don't remember the formulas, hardly 2 more steps you have to do. So in this question, he is saying freely residual chlorine is 2 mg per liter, right? And he wants answer in moles per liter. So first convert kar lenge. So you know the conversion, right? Mg per liter is equals to moles per liter into molecular weight into 10 cube, right? So get your moles per liter. So that will be mg per liter given to, divided by molecular weight of what? Chlorine. So 2 into 35.5 into 10 cube. So you solve this, you will be getting how many moles per liter of chlorine is there. Therefore, Cl2 concentration is so and so moles per liter. ये भी देख लेंगे. Where is the calculator? Just give me a second. So here what we are having? So 2 cancel, I can write 1 divided by 35.5 divided by 1000. So I am going to get 2.81 into 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 to the power of minus 5 moles per liter, or in terms of micromoles, it will be 28.1 micromoles per liter. Okay, as simple as that. Now I know chlorine concentration, but क्या चाहिए? HOCl. So I know freely available chlorine, FAC. It will be in which forms, Baba? It will be either in HOCl form or OCl minus form. 2 forms. So how much fraction of HOCl you will be having? Fraction of HOCl. See, this obviously concentration of HOCl divided by total concentration, right? HOCl plus OCl minus. Okay, so this is the fraction of HOCl. Now, how to get this fraction of HOCl? Very simple. The reaction is given, straightforward reaction. HOCl is reacting and forming H plus and OCl minus. So, Baba, what will be ionization constant? Concentration of products divided by concentration of reactants. So I can write OCl minus by HOCl. ये क्या बन जाएगा? K by H plus ion concentration. So I can substitute my HOCl here. Therefore HOCl is nothing but simple chemistry. So 1 by 1 plus, see what I can write, I am sending in denominator, cancel, OCl minus by HOCl concentration. HOCl, right. So Baba, this, so we have almost completed, and I know OCl by HOCl, we have written the equation here, K by H plus ion concentration. 1 by 1 plus, what is the K value given? So here pK is given, right, somewhere. So 7.5. So what is the K value? K value will be 10 to the power of minus 7.5. Right, you know this na, pH 10 to the power of minus H plus ion concentration. Similarly, okay. So I can write K value 10 to the power of minus 7.5 divided by, and what is the pH given? 8.5. So H plus ion concentration 10 to the power of minus 8.5. So answer is 1 by 1 plus, ये बन जाएगा 10. So 1 by 11. So fraction of HOCl is 1 by 11, right? So out of 11 parts, 1 part is HOCl, remaining 10 parts OCl minus. As simple as that. तो मुझे आंसर चाहिए, HOCl कितना है? 1 by 11 of total concentration. Therefore HOCl will be 1 by 11 of how much, Baba? 28.1 micromoles. So 2.56 कुछ आएगा आपको approx. Once the exact question is released, we will make the detailed solution. But this is the answer. Okay, simple है ना? And next question. See, again the data is little bit incomplete, so I am making an assumption of some of the values. So here he is asking what is the sludge age, MCRT, mean cell retention time, theta C representation. How many times I have told you? In activated sludge process, there is an aeration tank. After aeration tank, what is the unit, Baba? Secondary sedimentation tank. And यहाँ से पानी चल जाएगा disposal. Some of the wastewater will be recirculated, which is called as QR, right? Let us say this is some QI. And Baba, some of the wastewater will be sent for sludge handling. This is wasted. This is waste activated sludge. So how to get mean cell retention time? I have told you in class, right? I don't like to remember formula. Remember the concept, that's it. So imagine you are having a chocolate box, 100 chocolates, daily you are taking 10 chocolates out. How many days chocolates will be present? 100 chocolates है, 10 chocolate निकाल रहे हो, 10 दिन तक रहेगा. Common sense है, same. Total microorganisms present, how much? Vx. Volume V है, microorganisms present Vx. So theta C, total, divided by how many you are taking out every day. From here you are taking some microorganisms out for dumping, that will be QEXE, and from here you are the wasting sum of the microorganisms. Let us say this is QWAS, and what will be the concentration of microorganisms? XU is the underflow rate, तो वही रहेगा. तो भाई साहब, what will be the formula? QEXE plus QWAS XU, right? So if any one of the QEXE is known, you can easily solve this question, right? The data is incomplete, so I hope you people might have substituted the correct data and would have got the answer, right? So very simple question. And coming to the last question of environmental engineering, the question which we have solved in class, the question which we have also solved in the test series, same copy paste. So I hope you people remember the biryani and curd rice concept, na? वही है, right? So here total hardness is how much? Hardness is due to multivalent cations, calcium, magnesium and iron also. Textbook language से नहीं जाना है. In textbook calcium and magnesium. But what is the real concept? Any multivalent cations. So we have solved a similar question in the class. So 150 plus 40 plus 10, whatever the real data is given, okay? This is based on students given data. The data might vary, but concept is same. So the answer will be 210 mg per liter as CaCO3, right? And here he has also given us alkalinity. Alkalinity कितना है? Very simple, 150 mg per liter as CaCO3. भाई साहब, ये तो वही कॉन्सेप्ट बन हो गया बिरयानी कर्ड राइस वाला. I am inviting 210 people to my birthday party. How many biryanis I have ordered? Only 150 plate, right? Curd rice I might have ordered 500 plates. It doesn't matter. Everyone likes biryani over curd rice. तो 150 लोग भागेंगे and ये कर्ड राइस खा लेंगे. And बाकी के 60 लोग, right? Out of 210, remaining 60, they don't have option. Biryani finish. What they have to eat? Curd rice. Khatam, right? So remember, the carbonate hardness, which is nothing but minimum of total alkalinity and total hardness, that is 150, and remaining people who are going for curd rice is nothing but my non-carbonate hardness, and answer आएगा, right? 60. So this is the answer. Total hardness 210, 150 and 60. The answers might vary depending upon the real data. Once the question paper is out, we will make the right answers and we will also make the right answers available to you. Okay? So I hope you people have written the GATE exam well. Please let me know कैसा गया था paper. I hope you people have topped the exam. Success party में ज़रूर मिलेंगे. Okay? चलो. Thank you. See you soon.